Neighbor Station. This is KGNS News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Justin Early.
And I'm Ann Hutera. It's a rare moment to catch on tape video in plain daylight of a possible drug smuggling attempt here in Laredo.
That moment was caught by a visiting journalist and highlights the challenges Border Patrol agents face keeping drugs out of our city. KGNS News reporter Christian Von Preissing tells us what they found. Christian.
Well, Ann, Justin, this is a neighborhood law enforcement has told us before is a hotbed for drug activity. The evidence that shows that patrol officers can't cover everything that's coming through.
Right now, Josh Owens and I are currently on the run from a cartel.
This report by Infowars.com journalist Joe Biggs was shot Wednesday night. The team was in Laredo to cover Trump's visit and went down to the Rio Grande on Laredo's west side to film the river.
There are people coming over in rafts across the border over to the U.S. side.
At that moment, Biggs says they felt unsafe. They were running into a possible drug shipment.
Oh my God, 7 guys just jumped into the river. They're paddling over. And I looked at him and I looked around, and you could see these guys just paddling as fast as they could across the river.
The crew came out of the brush and back onto the road, deciding to leave. Biggs says Border Patrol agents that were there before were now gone.
I jumped in the vehicle and we pulled over in the spot where the Border Patrol was, which is the exact spot where this red SUV pulls up. The red SUV pulls up and back end opens up, and next thing you know, you see these guys with these giant satchels over their back. They're just running, throwing them in.
And this is the same exact spot where those reporters filmed that video here at the corner of Anna and Markley in the west side. There's residents living just hundreds of feet over there, and they say that they see this kind of activity all the time.
It's not surprising, not in this neighborhood.
Anthony Winteroth has lived in this neighborhood since 1989.
Yeah, if I was a drug trafficker, I mean, I'd be using that. Why? There's a lot of traffic going through here, both residents, commercial, as you can see around.
He's a 30-year law enforcement veteran. He lives on a ridge overlooking where the video was caught.
And that video was probably a little bit less than 30 seconds. So you figure they get across, get them into a vehicle in 30 seconds, they're off and running.
He says all it takes is for a patrol officer to turn a corner and miss a drug load. And if they're not trying here, they'll try somewhere else.
This border is so porous. So many locations to cross.
And that's just a matter of waiting for the right moment. We showed this video to Border Patrol to get their thoughts on the incident. They tell us the Laredo Sector Border Patrol cannot confirm the validity of this video in question. The men and women of the U.S. Border Patrol work tirelessly to protect our nation's borders. They also encourage people to report suspicious activity. For KGNS News, Christian Von Preissing.
Okay, Christian, and the Border Patrol Union commented on this video. They say it's an example of how the Border Patrol is lacking manpower. They say this kind of incident happens several times a day in different parts of the city.